days ago, you anchored the president. Yes. How did you feel that night that morning?
I was honored to be invited by Idris Uluanibe. He was the organizer, and he called me and says, Marayo, would you like to do the honors of anchoring this historical event? And I was really excited. He told me to get on the next flight, which I did. And I got there, we had to wait, get dressed. He told me to look the part. I said, what am I going to wear? And I remember what my mom did. I said, let me wear a rambuba. So I just got the rambuba. I had my gilly. And I think it was a fantastic event in the sense that it was historical. And I was really proud to be in the midst of politicians and see how an acceptance speech such as that was given.
And then, of course, over the last few months, you've also been part of the reportage of the activities concerning the elections and all of that. How did you see the whole process, the whole campaign and all of that?
Well, last year I got drafted to the women's PCC for the APCs. I got a letter to that effect. And then so I got for meetings with Abuja, and then I had to go to Kwara, Bauchi, Maiduguri, different states across the country with the women. It was really interesting. I had to attend meetings. I was put in a meeting for the committee for the media, which was great. And then when the ICC was created in Lagos, I was also drafted into the strategy directorate, which was also exciting. At several meetings. So it was nice just hearing conversations amongst politicians, how they strategize, what's important to them, the kinds of things, the songs they sing, and stuff like that. I was part of quite a number of rallies, and I enjoyed the experience. My mom was a part of the campaign for MK Abiola during Kudura. She and Kuduras were very, very close. They were like buddies. Everything that happened in MK Abiola's campaign, she was part of it. So I always heard that story. So when I got drafted, I was like, okay, let me be part of this one. So it was just me doing what I think my mother would also have allowed me to do.
Okay. And I know that a few days ago you also did a videos and you didn't look so happy with some of the commentaries that maybe go back to and all that. How do you cope with all of this?
So what happened is that because my brand is not an APC brand, I have a lot of family members who are APC. I have a lot of friends who are APC, and that's all I've really known really in Lagos for many, many years. So I am associated with the party, but I'm not a card-carrying member of the party. And so when I post I'm not even interested in APC because of APC. Ashuraju is somebody that I personally believe in. I believe in who he is. I believe in his capacity. I believe he's a visionary. I believe he's a man who is able to put a blueprint and a roadmap for Nigeria's future. I really believe that. And so I voted for him because of him as a person and other things. So people now condemning me because of my choice. For me, it didn't bother me, in fairness, because I didn't read the comments a lot. But if people read the comments and they just felt, Marayo, this is not you now. All these things you're saying about you is not you. So I said, you know what? Because of my brand, and I think one of the things I blame Ashuraju for is the fact that there are a lot of negative things said about him even before he thought about becoming the president or even came out to be president. He never came out once to condemn it. People who knew him said, that's not good. This Ashuraju plan demonizing. This is not this man now. So nobody came out to defend him in the past year. So they allowed the rumors about Ashuraju to fester. And now it has now stamped on him. So no matter what Ashuraju says today, is it not that man that they said owns Oriental? Is it not that man? All the lies about this man has stuck. So let me take a lesson from that. I said, if you guys are going to tell me the negative things about saying, oh, Marayo took money to do this, Marayo did this, not that girl that has compromised her, who she is. I had to come out to say, no, that's not how it happened. Let me have that in record. And if now choose to believe the worst, that's fine. But me as a person, I must come out and be seen to defend my name and who I am as a person. So that was important for me to do. And I'm not going to although people have called me and said, Marayo, you don't owe anybody an explanation. I get that. I don't. But because of the future, anything can happen in the future, and they now stamp that, oh, it's not that girl that collected money from APC. I beg, we can't hear her. That's not who I am. I didn't collect money from APC to do anything I did from APC. I did it because of my conviction of who I believe Ashuraju is, period.
So what advice would you give professionals like you who also do similar things? I mean, they're in the public there, either on social media or in the podcast?
So I always tell people there are different categories of journalism. So there are journalists who are broadcast journalists. Yes, they're on television. There are journalists who are on the road, who are the ones doing the reportage. There are journalists who are print journalists, different kinds of journalism. Now, I am a media personality. I'm also an on-air personality. What I do is I host the show. I don't comment on my shows. I'm more like a moderator. My job is to stir up conversations. So my personal opinion, once in a while, I throw it in just to elicit perspective. It's not that I'm the person giving out opinions. So when I make a choice on the campaign choice, it's my own personal choice. It's not for me to influence or impose my thoughts on anybody else. So on the show, I always tell people I am not commenting. Sometimes I do just to throw it to make it interesting. But really, I stir up and I get the ladies to speak. That's my job. So I have my own personal reasons for coming out to show support for who I show support for. I don't want to say my job is in the traditional journalism role where it's unethical to outrightly be partisan in certain ways. Yes, we get that ethical code, but I wouldn't want to categorize myself in that group because I'm an honest personality. I'm one person who has influence, but however, I'm very careful on how I use my influence. So I wasn't imposing myself or my thoughts on anybody. That's why I went back to and see what did Oprah do, because I created that show after Barbara Walters in the US. And Oprah is one of the persons, all of us on television, we all look up to Oprah somehow. And I said, if Oprah can come out openly to endorse Barack Obama, why can't I openly come out and endorse who I want to endorse? Especially because this person I've endorsed has had a bad reputation online. I'm like, so they're doing their campaign, their regular TV campaign, but social media, there's nobody on the space that has enough confidence to defend this man. So because I have that platform, I don't have so many followers, but I have a bit of a platform. Let me use this small platform I have to at least help a few people. Because after speaking to a few of my friends, they realized that, oh, okay, I actually did that. Oh, really? Actually, they say it's old now. So when I was able to confuse a few of my friends, I realized that some people can be swayed, actually. Yeah. They're indecisive. They've not made a decision. Let me use my own small platform to push it out there. And that's why I made that choice. So that's the reason why I did that. It wasn't because I just felt that social media wasn't being fair to this man. Yeah. And I felt that since I had a platform, let me use the small platform I have to at least help you understand better who this man is. That's why I started calling people, let me do IG with you. Just to get more information on this person that everybody has totally demonized.
Yeah, let me comment. Yes. I liked the way you went about it, and it's actually something I would also have done the way you did it. I'm just asking those informal questions and letting, and I think he did a good job of also responding, and he provided a bit of insight into. So how do you, how do you see that particular episode?
I thought it was quite interesting. When I called him, I said, you have to do this interview with me. I said, Marayo, anything. Because I explained to him the same reason. I said, this guy's not getting enough support online, and I'd like to do something for him on social media. So he obliged, and that was it. I think it was a good interview because many people trust Fashola. Yeah. They respect him. Yeah. They see that he's actually very knowledgeable, and he was a good leader in Lagos. And it was only right for us to listen to him and let's hear what he has to say. And because he was able to articulate what Asiwaju did and how it was replicated in other states. This man that you're condemning was a visionary that came up with ideas that other states today are adopting. If for anything, because of how people have adopted his ideas, is enough to say this guy has continuity. He has something we can, legacy projects that we can touch and say this is what he did. So that was the reason why I said we have to bring this man up. So I really enjoyed that interview. It was great. Tunji Bello, I also interviewed Tunji Bello. I interviewed quite a number of other people. It was interesting, just people who work with Asiwaju back then who can then vouch for the work he did in Lagos.